Welcome back to RBO. Today guys, we're going to be going over 6 different categories of items to put in your survival kit or have you in the wilderness. Before we get into that, let you know we're still doing the giveaway. This is the second day of our giveaway for the Beef Patty Jalapeno Pepper Jack US MRE Menu 19. That'll be going on until the 5th. We release a video every day until the 5th. All you have to do to enter is comment, like, and subscribe. The more time you comment and like, the more entries you get. And good luck to the winner. Okay, starting off with our categories. At the top here we have fire making, and over here we have signaling. Then we have navigation, cordage, coverage, and then cutting or tools, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to. But we'll start at the top. For fire starting, these are the most basic things you can have. First, searing rods. These are great for small kits, Altoid kits, tin kits, stuff like that. This is actually off the sheath of my more Gerberg, or Garbarg, whatever you want to call it. And fire searing rods are simply easy to use. It's just a simple one piece of metal. You scrape it off and it'll spark. These are a little different. You can see there's a different piece of metal mixed in there. You know it's a little scraped off because I messed up with this one, but you can see that's ferrous searing rods right here, and the rest of this is magnesium, just like this striker over here. This is a magnesium striker, which this one's actually missing the ferrous searing rod. Did not notice that. So this is just a chunk of magnesium, but these are used in the Vietnam War, I believe. These are very basic ones, but you can find them everywhere, every Walmart, every Meijer. Next, you got lighters, which you've got your basic Bic. This one's wrapped with duct tape and snare wire, and a little bit at the bottom just to keep it on there. Then you got your Zippos, just a basic Zippo lighter. Next, we have our book matches, just basic matches. But if you want them waterproof or stormproof, you have a little bag of UCO stormproof matches. They're great for fire starting. Next, takes a little bit more skill. You have your magnifying glass, so you have to get a fine tinder, or like we have over here, you have cotton balls, which you can make homemade fire starters with these if you put a little bit of Vaseline or the petroleum jelly on them. Duct tape also works as a great fire starter. If you're working with flames, preferably matches or lighters, it works the best. Keeps a flame going pretty good. Also, the cubes from the little foldable stoves are great fire starters. They get the fire going hot, and if you have moist wood or a little stick or tinder, it'll get it going pretty good. Then you just have your basic fire starter. And there's just the little 2 cubes. So it's basically the same as this, but just 2 small cubes. Okay, so next up, we have signaling. Here we just have the most basic signaling mirror, just a piece of metal. It's shined up. Next, we actually have the top end to some hunting face paint container. And we just cut the top off of it and use the mirror. Then we have a micro signal mirror. You look through the signal, or look through the center here, and you target with that, and then you're able to signal with that. Next up, we have whistles, which whistles are pretty basic, but this just gives you an idea what kind you can get and how small you can get them or what size you can get them. If you want to be able to find them fast or see them if you drop them, this would probably be best. But if you're building a micro survival kit or a smaller survival kit, pocket survival kit, this would be best. Then we just have a boat whistle. Just took off the strand. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. This one actually has a flashlight attached to it, and a carabiner with a keychain. Next up, we have a flare, which isn't the most basic thing, but for signaling or even fending off wildlife, this would work great. And then last in signaling, we have a light glow stick. You just snap this, let it light up, and you have either 550 paracord. I'm pretty sure this comes with a strand. And you wave it around. It's great for signaling at night. If if you don't have a flare. Next up is cordage. So even the most basic cordage will work. You have twine. I got some 550 paracord here, which is made up of smaller strands, which you can either break down or seal just to have a stronger strand. You can even go fishing with some of the smaller strands. Here we have some snare wire, which is great for making shelters or making cookware, like spits and post over the fire, so you don't have to worry about it melting or burning away. Next up we have compasses and navigation. This is just a random compass that I pretty much cut down the sides of to make it a smaller one, and it works great, and I don't need the top. I just throw it in a kit. Next up we have a button compass. This one actually doesn't work. Make sure your compasses work before you throw them in the kit, and check them every so often, because sometimes the oil does leak out. It just depends on what kind of compass you got, what your chances of luck are. And we got one of my nicer ones. This is my favorite one actually. It's nice, heavy duty. It's got a center ball. This is a really nice one. It's all metal. It comes with a necklace strap. A very nice hook here. It's very nice. Next up is coverage. You can start off with the most basic thing, a 55-gallon trash bag, wrapped up with its trash bag tie downs, ties. But yeah, it's all compact and it works. You can put this and turn this into a poncho, a sleeping bag, shelter, sleeping pad, something to sit on, water collection, rain collection, solar still, and the world's your turkey bowl, whatever you want to say. Next up we have a Mylar blanket, survival blanket, again shelter and just blanket, or you could pair this up with the this as a sleeping bag. Put some leaves in this, foliage in this, and then put this around you and just jump in that. We got your rain poncho, again shelter, coverage, water collection, really whatever you need to do with it. Any of these are great to have, because it sucks having no man-made coverage out there, and you got to put a whole bunch of sticks and leaves and dirt on top or over your head with some sticks or structuring, and it just falls down. It's never pretty. Just having just a little bit would help. Next up we have the best thing, an emergency shelter. It's an A-frame tent, pretty much. Comes with the straps. All you gotta do is hook it up. It's pretty much like a Mylar blanket on steroids. A great thing to have. Next, for cutting, we'll start off with the basics. We have a scalpel blade here with a homemade little sheath I made, so you can throw it back in there after you're done. Next, I have a razor blade that is snapped in half. Put some duct tape on it just to give you a better handling on it. These are for smaller kits, of course, like Altoid kits and pill bottle kits, stuff like that. We have our survival tool, or survival card. This has a bunch of cool stuff on here. So all the stuff it has. And here's how it's laid out. Yeah, it's a really cool little thing to have. Oh, basic. Next we just have a dollar store pocket knife, literally a dollar store. Anything helps, really. People want to say, oh, blah, 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 this isn't that, this isn't that. Having something is a big help. And then you have the most basic knockoff Swiss Army knife. Doesn't have to be name brand, it just has to be something you can rely on at least a little bit, which I've had this for a while and it's not bad. Next, this is my favorite one to carry with me out there, because it has all my saws and it's great for fishing, great for working with the fire. And it has a whole bunch of different little screw bits and drill bits, so if I need to work on some of my gear, I can. Next, we got our Gerberg Mora, which is my favorite blade. I'm gonna have to oil it up a little bit, it's looking a little dirty. And then we have the nice sheath. This is where the ferro rod goes. It has a sharpener on it. Whatever you're doing out in the wilderness, the likeliness of you having to cut something is pretty high. So it's just great to have good amount of tools, or the right tools for the right job. Which a multi-tool probably would be the best thing to carry if you're just looking for the bare minimum. So at least Les Stroud always carries. Here I have 2 saws that I made from Sawzall blades. These are for my smaller kits or my cheaper kits. And that's basically everything, guys. I hope this guy helped you out with some knowledge or some items that you're looking to put into your bag. And if you guys have any input, leave them down in the comments. And don't forget about the giveaway. Collect everyone. Have a nice day, and thank you guys for watching.